Hello and welcome to Magical Maidens Jewelry Tutorials. Today I have something for you that is a pendant with moon and star charms. And I'm going to show you what I made, and then I'm going to show you something else that you can make yourself. So I'm going to be making one for you on camera today, but this is just a different variation that I'm going to be showing you. So let's get started. Okay, so as you can see right here, I have a pendant. Oops. I have a pendant that I made using a 50 millimeter round pendant tray. Now, it didn't come with a glass cabochon, but if you have one that does, you don't have to use the glass cabochon. You really can't. And you would just use the pendant, okay? And you want one that's fairly deep, not so, you know, shallow. You want one deep enough. The other thing you're going to need for this project, now I've shown this many times, it's glitter cardstock and glitter vinyl. Now this is a different variation of glitter cardstock. Now it's not vinyl though, because the other side is not like the vinyl. If it was vinyl, it would feel more like a placemat. It's just a different type of black glitter. So this is the other kind of glitter cardstock in black. So I got these at Hobby Lobby. This is where I usually always get my cardstock and glitter vinyl. And I noticed this new glitter cardstock. Again, it's not glitter vinyl like I would use sometimes, and I've showed you in a lot of my different tutorials. So it is cardstock, and you'll know by the back and the way it feels. It's different. The other one feels like material because it is. That's why it's called vinyl glitter. And this is really nice. So you could use this type of cardstock, this one. And I'm not really sure what color, because I might use purple for the background. As see, the last time I used black. And this time I might use purple. So this is what I did. Now the next thing you're going to need is a charm. Now this is a kit to make different kinds of earrings. It has lots of sun, moon charms in it. And I got this, it was from BB Craft, and you got little cute moons with the star attached. And you got another one with the face. I mean, you've got so much going on, and little stars over here, and it's really stuff to make an earring. And then you have a bunch of these different ones. I've used the majority of them in other tutorials, as you might have seen, but I do have one left. Now it's going to have a loop, and this one has a loop, but I cut it using my jewelry cutters. And you can get this kit from BB Crafts, and if I can find the link, and if I remember, I'll put it below this video in the description box. So if you're interested. All right. Another thing you can do is, if you didn't want to purchase that, you can use your glitter cardstock, like silver. And this was glitter cardstock, and I used my die cuts. And I have crescent moons, and you could also cut out the crescent moons using your die cuts. Or you can trace a crescent moon on some silver glitter cardstock, and then you can cut it out. All right. Now, it might take a little bit longer, but, you know, work with what you can get, because I realize not everybody has that extra money to order something. So you want to do what you have. So, and if you don't have a die cutting machine or the die cuts, you could always use a tracing, and you decide what size you want. Okay. So now I have this is what I used. And then these are just acrylic gemstones. They come in a variation of different colors and sizes. So this is one of the stars that came in there. It's metal. And again, I cut off this. So I used a jewelry cutter like this, and I'm going to show you. All I did was go like to the very bottom. And you see? And then you can snip off whatever other pieces, and then use a nail file to smooth it out so you don't notice that. okay? Because there will be pieces that are sticking up, and you're going to want to try to clip off as much of it as possible, okay? So it just looks nice, like it was never there. And then what you can, just use a metal nail file or a cardboard one. I've done this frequently, okay? So that you have a nice smooth edge. So I'm going to get these out of the way. And today I'm going to make a little different variation. So now I'm going to use this one, and this is going to be a little different. Now, I didn't have a large one. This is an old one, and it's kind of going to sit on top. See, it's going to sit on top, and I'll position it just so. And I'm going to be using a toothpick and some E6000 and some E6000 glue. Okay, it dries clear, and I use this all the time. All right. Now, once that's all done, I'm going to glue it to this like so. So I can have something dangling, and then I'm going to like hang some charms and chains down from it. Now you don't have to. You can get a pendant tray that has like filigree around it or something where you can actually hook things to it. But since I don't have any of those extra right now, and I only have a solid one, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to glue it. But before I do that, I'm going to get this out of the way. Before I do that, I need to decide if I'm going to do the same thing and use purple or black. So now I'm going to just take my scissors, and I'm going to cut a piece. So now, if you want to get the oval, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the imprint, and then you're going to go kind of like that to get the imprint to trace. Press really hard so that you can get that imprint, okay? And I'll show you why. No, see that? See that imprint? So now you're going to take your scissors, and it's really easy. If you can't see, you can go over the line and go right on the line. Follow it and cut it. Take your time. Or do I want a black one? Now this may not look so purple with my ring lighting light, but I'm going to see how that might look before I glue it. So now I'm going to have a moon over there. Now, for stars, you could do a number of different things. Like gemstones, right? Or you can get stickers. I have little tiny star stickers. Okay, so I found some little star stickers. I wish I kept the little purple ones, but it's okay because it wouldn't show up too well. But I also have these flat stickers if I didn't have the raised ones. And you can use, like I said, charms, stickers, whatever you want. And it looks really nice on. But now for another look. So I'm going to go like that. Now, I'm probably not going to use all this glue. That was a lot because we want to spread it around. So I'm just going to get this heap of gook. So make sure you have some paper towels by you. Make sure it fits in there nicely. It's able to fit inside the pendant tray. Okay. This one is not. This is going to kind of go over the side. So I'm going to have to glue it that way. The ends don't really need the glue because they're not going to be sticking up on that at all. Now I'm going to carefully, I don't know if you've seen this, if my hand's in the way, I'm sorry. So now I'm going to put that as carefully as I can. And then I'm going to go woo, and hold it down. Go ahead and do wait. Wait at least a half an hour and make sure that this is secure and positioned exactly where and how you want it. Okay. Wipe all the excess, and you could also pick that out. Now you gotta be careful. So and before you do anything, make sure it's positioned while you can, because about E6000 glue takes about a half an hour to start setting, but it takes 24 hours to fully cure and fully dry, so that you know your jewelry is good. But after 30 minutes, you don't really have to worry about it shifting. Depending on how much you put, the more you put, the longer I'd wait. Okay, so this is what it looks like. This is what I have. This is the original. And I could leave it like that and be happy, right? Okay. Well, you know me. I love a little extra. So let's go ahead and make this even more magical. So now I want to hang some things from it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it to this filigree. And I have many other jewelry tutorials showing you this filigree. Stars to this. It might be a bit cluttered. The other stars, these are raised. And while I like that, it might be a bit much. Stars at Hobby Lobby. Okay. The pendant trays, you can get pendant trays anywhere. Okay, you can get pendant trays on Amazon, on BB Crafts. You can go to a craft store, but your best bet if you want to buy a bunch is to do that. Okay. Okay, so I went ahead and I put a few more of the flat sticker stars on here. Now I have to let things dry because I'm going to glue this on here. And then the fun will begin because I'm going to hook some charms, maybe some moons and stars to dangle, because I really think that that will look cute. Okay, so now to make it more magical and have things dangling, I have these, and they come in a container like this, and I also got this from BB Crafts, and I can find the link. If I can find the link and I remember, I will also put the link for this below in the description box, as well as for the filigrees. But like I said, you can get a pendant that has some things around it that you can attach things. So these come in twos like this, and they also come in one single one like that. Okay. And they have gold and then the silver. Okay. And they have a little bigger. See, these are a little bigger, these are a little thinner, and it's okay to mix match for this project. Now you could also get some chain and just dangle that, maybe finer chain because this is kind of thick. Okay. So I'm going to clear all this out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a jump ring. Probably a 6mm jump ring. And I'm going to attach it to the end rings over here. Okay, so now what I have here is I am going to, while this is drying, I'm going to attach these with some 6mm jump rings. Okay, now it's going to be time to do the glue. So I'm going to get some glue on my stir stick, and I'm going to hold this gently. Okay, so it's almost dry but not quite, but this would be the finished product. The glue still has to dry somewhat, and this would be the way it would look. So this is going to be the way it's going to look on. So here it is in the daylight, and these will sparkle and shimmer, and the iridescent stickers. And you can put some acrylic gemstones on the moon as well, like I did in my other pendant. here it is, and I hope you like the way it looks, here it is, and I hope you like the way it turned out. This is what it's going to look like in the daylight. And if you put it in the dark, it'll still glimmer and glow. And then you have this one. And again, like I said, you can use a round or oval pendant. And you can use some of those acrylic gemstones and glue that on the moon if you want. Just go for some different looks like I did over here. So remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like, share, click the notification bell, and comment if you have any questions or just want to say hello. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my videos. Bye.